You know, you ever just want to, like, punt an orphan?
What?
I can't be the only one here.
I mean, who are they going to complain to? Their parents?
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Someone else gets it.
Someone understands. Finally, see, Batman, I'm not the only one.
God,
Great cold open.
that was an above-average cold open. Welcome back to Code's Corner K4. I'm your host, Kind of Cloris, joined today by the usual suspects.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know who they are.
Do they, though? I don't know. Not too sure.
Well, just if you don't, you've got the Imperator playing Kairo Zetsubo, lead-speaking hacker man extraordinaire. We have
Oh, yeah.
Nem playing Nox, very confusing name, tongue twister. The Amazonian woman. Then there is Mr. McFunkster playing Andrew Oid, disguise extraordinaire, Android man. And then me.
Also, Nux is Meemaw.
Yes. As was established a few episodes ago. And then, of course, everybody's favorite the NPC, Bonus. He's occasionally present. Last time.
Present, but not always there.
Yeah. Present physically, maybe not mentally. Last time on Dragon Ball Z Kai, our heroes protected a greenhouse and did some stuff for the woman there, Dr. Vanderhouse. Kind of sus. And then, after finishing their shift of doing a protection job, they approached their temporary quest giver in the super city of Atlanta, Mr. Moonshine, to see if he had any other missions for them. And he decided to send them off to a random poppy field, farm field, out in the middle of nowhere, on the outskirts of the city, in the mountains, and with the orders of destroying the farm and making it basically unusable. And rather than going with one of the options that Moonshine gave the party, the group decided to use all of the options they were given, and then blew the place up, burnt the farm down, and then flooded it by redirecting a river. So, talk about overkill. But it got the job done.
Hey,
but in doing so, they uncovered a dastardly secret. Dun dun dun! Moonshine had lied to our protagonists and had, in fact, had them desecrate an ancestral burial site belonging to the local Winthrop family. They were using as a property to grow drugs on. So that meant that our lovely player characters became embroiled in a blood feud between the Winthrop family and Moonshine's family. At which point Moonshine decided to blackmail the group, telling them to kill the young man they had a scuffle with upon their entry into Atlanta, whose name they learned was Billy Winthrop, and kill this kid to kind of, kickstart the war between the families again, and then leave the city, so that Moonshine can finish off the rest and continue his insane murder spree of this family. The group begrudgingly agreed, contemplated murdering Moonshine right then and there, but deciding against it, they retreated back to their hotel rooms, checked the place for surveillance equipment because they felt the Moonshine might be spying on them in more places than just the farm field, found nothing of interest, and then went nappy by. So, we hard cut back in time, 24 hours, to Mr. Oid. Mr. Oid, did you want to do anything in the 24 hours you missed?
Probably someone's mother. Doesn't really matter whose.
I mean, sure. Easily enough. You do that.
Alright. Well, that's my interlude.
Great. Okay, so Oid picks up an older woman. Excellent. In that case, our mercenary heroes awaken once again in their hotel rooms on one of the upper floors of this hotel in Atlanta. A new day, a new dawn, and I'm feeling good. Well, you guys probably aren't feeling good because you've been blackmailed. But, it's up to you.
As good as one can feel.
Yeah. So you guys do know that you were told to continue with your shifts at the greenhouse today if you wanted to make a little bit more money before beginning your crusade against the Winthrop family.
Yeah. So, alright, yeah. I'll be going over to the greenhouse, making sure everybody's on the same page.
Okay.
On the same page of.
Where we're all going, or that we're all meeting up there. Either or.
Sure. I'll meet up there.
Okay. Is Mr. Oid going to go to the greenhouse as well, or?
Well, now that I think that I've had a nice taste of the city, more ways than one, sure, I'll head over.
All right. Oid's new lifelong goal: bang a woman from every city on Earth.
Hell yeah, brother.
Like a good goal to me.
God.
A noble one.
But yeah,
There.
okay. So all of you get in your various vehicles and head on over to the greenhouse. It's the same kind of weird setup with like an empty plot of land with like a temporary prefab greenhouse building set up in the middle of it, flanked on all sides by 50 plus story skyscraper apartment blocks. And the doctor lady, the scientist, you guys had met the day previous. She's, of course, out front again. And she greets you all, and she's like, all right, well, good morning.
You mind giving us some actual answers?
She's like, about what?
The really weird guy. I don't know. The fact that, there were people next door trying to shut off the power.
She shrugs. I've never met any of those men in my entire life.
Why do I feel like you're lying?
I mean, I'm not, though. I don't know who they were. I mean, they're dead now, so if I did know them, presumably I would have a stronger emotional reaction than shrug.
But it also doesn't make sense that they wanted to, you know, turn it off for no reason.
She shrugs and she's like, I don't know, maybe some people just really hate plants.
I mean, the one guy said he knew you, so
I mean, he's could have just heard my
there's
name from
that.
somewhere. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm locally, famous or anything, but, people around know me. I mean, I'm the person who set up a weird greenhouse in the middle of a urban area.
All right.
Anyway, appreciate spending your time here, taking the time to help me out. So, same routine as yesterday, and I will see all y'all when I return in a couple hours. And then she gets in a car and leaves.
Okay.
So yeah, you're all left to your own devices at this weird warehouse.
Alright, I'd say same setup as yesterday, but now we can have Oid patrolling. If he wants to use the ninja body, he can. Because that could help.
And that would be up to Mr. Oid, methinks.
I mean, sure, I could take it at first spin.
Okay, so Oid switches to the Robo Ninja body, the revamped Robo Ninja body. Stores the Charisma body in the trunk of his station wagon. But yeah, so the rest of you know where you're going. Nox goes to the same abandoned apartment a few stories up, takes Cairo's snipper rifle, goes up there. Cairo watches the front with Ankh, and Bonin sits across the street in his hover car, kind of keeping an eye down the road in both directions. And the first couple of hours go by with absolutely no problems. Nothing suspicious happens. The power doesn't go out. The plants don't magically start dying or anything. Nothing goes wrong. Nobody, not even a weird guy in like thrift shop clothes comes by. Dead quiet, ghost town. Besides, the usual car traffic and foot traffic. But besides that, totally calm, pretty boring, actually, given how this group tends to do their jobs. But after, the 2.5 hour mark, which would be roughly like half of your guys' shift for the second day, you all get like a big group text from your boy Moonshine, and it tells you, or rather, it explains. Where is it? It says. Yes, it says that he will pay each of you $5,000 instead of $2,000 if you leave the greenhouse and don't come back.
How much are we getting paid for this day?
2.
I'll message him back and be like, what's our incentive to get paid 5K? Or, well, to leave. Like, why would we leave? We're being paid already to guard it.
Like, yeah, but I'm gonna pay you more money to not
But
guard
why? This greenhouse seems like an awfully good, investment in the city.
Well, I have been approached with an opportunity, all right? And if you leave, then, I can take that opportunity and we can all come out of things richer than we would have otherwise.
I'm gonna subvocal to the others of the group and be like, he's also blackmailing us.
I mean, yeah, he could blackmail us all he wants, but like,
Blackmailing you guys.
yeah. Well, yes, obviously us.
Oid is
he can blackmail us
unblackmailable.
all he wants, but I'm not about to betray like the
Yeah, that
first person.
only drags our names through the mud if we don't go through with this.
Like, seriously, man, you really trying to make an enemy again?
Do you tell
I'll
him
message.
What'd you say?
Do you tell him like why are you trying to make an enemy?
Yeah.
Okay. He says because she's not going to be alive in 48 hours.
Yeah, but I'd rather get paid twice.
I was like, yeah, but if we don't, okay. He's like, I've been approached by a group of very powerful people who know that my mercenaries are responsible for guarding the greenhouse. Okay, and that
Whoa,
they've
whoa,
lost
whoa,
some of their
whoa.
boys the day previous.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're not your mercenaries.
I'm like, no, but you work for me. I'm the one paying you.
Well, yes, but right now she's paying us.
No, she's paying
And-
me. I'm taking my cut, and then I'm giving you the 2K that was promised. That's how it works.
Oh, well. Well, it'd be more beneficial to not get our names dragged through the mud for abandoning a job.
Like, nobody would even know that you're here.
Yes, but we've got we're not just mercenaries from Rhinstown. We've done jobs internationally by this point because people know we can deliver on our end.
Like, yeah, and the people that have approached me with this counter offer would be very grateful.
We've already killed some of their people, so what makes them think that we wouldn't kill them too?
Like, well, that's what they want you to leave, so they don't have to kill you.
Them kill us. That's kind of rich.
Yes, like really, they don't want to risk any more resources because dead employees cost a lot of money and paperwork.
I don't know. If they can give us more of an incentive to leave, then maybe we'd think about it, but right now I think we're fine here.
10K and I'll do it.
10K.
Glad to see your price is so low.
It's not
That would be a
low.
direct sub-vocal to, Nox.
That's not low. If they're only willing to give 5,000, they're not gonna willing to give 100,000.
Because you're
I
being
was-
paid 2, so 5 is over double what your daily rate would have been.
Well,
That's
Cairo's got his idea of where he stands with it. I don't think Cairo's gonna leave. Or wants to, at least.
I mean, if you won't leave, then Moonshine will say that he cannot guarantee your safety because he doesn't know what these other guys are planning on pulling, and they were willing to give his guys a chance to not die. So,
Well, obviously, but it's... I don't know. Because I don't want to just abandon this job.
Yeah, I guess she's gonna die. I get it. Haha.
She is, yeah,
It
sure,
doesn't
but we
matter,
could also... We can also, like, alert her to it. Be like, hey, you're actually in quite a lot of danger. You might want to figure something out.
Pay me 10K and I might protect you.
I
we
doesn't
could
want you
do
to
that
protect
too.
her. What do you want? Why don't we pay you 10K to protect her?
No, no.
you're telling
we
her.
warned her. Yes.
If we
hurting
go to her and be like, look, this whole greenhouse thing is kind of gonna go like a flash in the pan, but you're in danger now.
I mean, you can give her a call. You can propose that.
I mean, yeah, sure. I'll have the others like debate among themselves, and while they're doing that,
Pay me 30,000 collars in cash right now.
30,000 collars in cash. She does
Oh,
not
you're
have
right.
that kind of money.
That's too high. Give me all of your property tax, and then in cash right now.
property tax. Then he gets gone after by the IRS.
No,
Then
we
the
just
doctor
dump
gets
his property
arrested.
tax onto the family.
Huh?
I wanted his payment in property tax. Actually, I really don't know how much the rates are for property tax there.
I mean, in Atlanta? Or are you talking about the doctor lady or Moonshine?
Moonshine.
Moonshine's would be dirt cheap because he lives in the middle of Bumpkinville nowhere, up in the mountains where there's like a single dirt road that leads to and from.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Paying for the dirt road.
And the mine shaft doesn't even have anything worth mining, that's the point. So it's even valuable for that.
Wow.
Plus, you think he pays
Yeah.
taxes? Hilarious.
Funny. But wow, I see this place is just making us trying to betray people.
yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to reach out to Dr. Lady, you can reach out to Dr. Lady. Look how to
we
deal
could
with her.
just text Doctor Lady.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah.
Okay, what do you text Dr. Lady?
Hey, so from the grapevine, you're in quite a bit of danger. Some very serious people want you dead.
And she will ask how you know that. Like she wants some kind of proof, basically.
I'm assuming I have the message from Moonshine.
I mean, yeah.
How do you call
Alright,
it?
so I'll block out the name and everything, and I'll send her the receipts.
Okay. I'm gonna make her roll a check really quick, because I think it'd be funny if she sucks the seed here. She would have won. Never mind. Okay. All right. So she sends back like the two wide eye emoji, in shock and surprise, and a little bit of chagrin. And she responds by saying like, "Okay, yeah, that's certainly proof. All right."
So what are we doing here? What's the game plan? Because
and she's like, "All right,
your
I'm gonna
life
come
is in
back."
danger, our lives are in danger. You might as well just shut this whole thing down yourself if you
Yeah,
want.
it's like
if
I'm
you
gonna
want
come
things to
here.
go properly.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the greenhouse, okay? And I'm gonna pack the place up. It's a prefab building. It won't take that long. It's like I'm gonna have to stop at a car dealership and pick up like a U-Haul. But once I do that, I can go out of the greenhouse, pack everything into the U-Haul, and then I'll need an escort to get me out of the city.
All right. So, how about we've got to leave the city soon anyway. So they said you've got 48 hours.
I say
We've got to leave the
you
city
have
anyway.
10 hours.
Huh? You
I
said
think-
48.
I say you have 10 hours.
Well, we're gonna be leaving the city after we complete this job tonight anyway.
I mean,
Sure.
she would probably be, yeah, she'd be ready to leave by tonight anyway. And she's not gonna
Okay.
wait until the last minute for the Moonshine said they're gonna
Alright,
shoot her in the
good.
head.
Big man, what's our next stop on the road trip?
Well, that's up to you guys, actually. After you leave Atlanta, you can go back to Ryanstown. I don't know why you would, but you can. You could,
The options there.
yeah, you have options there. Similarly, you could go down to Miami, I guess, if you want to take a really long detour.
Yeah, I thought we had a plan already trip.
Well, you have
Our
well,
trip
there's
already planned.
optional stops
We have
along the way.
options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could go
This
really
is the
far south
longest route.
and go to Miami. If you do want to make some actual progress in heading towards Las Vegas and not get executed by Dapper's Goon Squad, you can go to either New Orleans, which is like between Atlanta and the second big stop, which is Lone Star in what used to be Texas. So the realistic options are New Orleans or Lone Star, but you can also go anywhere, really.
I'd say Lone Star's our next stop. Another time we can go to Miami.
You gonna skip
So
New
I'll-
Orleans? Wow.
All in for, or no, I'm sorry, New Orleans, yeah.
So
That's
do
what
you
I meant.
want to go to New Orleans?
I want to go to New Orleans.
Okay, what
I don't
about
really
the
care.
rest of you?
I got no particular preference. As long as we get away from all this stupid bullshit.
All right, and then what about you, Mr. Oid?
Sure, I wouldn't mind adding someone else's mother to my list.
Yes, of course. How could I forget? Okay, so the plan is to head on down to the city of sin,
Yes.
to New Orleans. All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in that case, you do know where you're going. You know how to get there. The hyperway goes everywhere, so New Orleans is a straight shot. Actually, no, probably New Orleans probably would have to, like, you wouldn't be able to take a straight shot because the main highway would go to Lone Star, but like a side highway,
Yeah.
smaller highway goes off to New Orleans.
Gotta take an exit, then to
Yeah.
the Parkway.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Gotta pay the toll for the Cajun gangsters. It's a whole shebang.
That's the easiest part, some would say.
Yeah.
They're
Gotta eat their
they're
gum.
genuinely nice people,
They are.
surprisingly.
Yeah, they are. But if you say anything, if you just respect their mothers, then they will do unspeakable things to you.
Yeah.
So, but yes, you know where you're going. Are you asking that because you want to get this woman to come with you to New Orleans?
Well, I'm gonna be telling her, hey, we're going to New Orleans. Like, you can join us there if you want, and then figure your stuff out. But it's gonna cost you.
Yes, I don't legitimately have a business on protecting people for nothing.
Yeah, we don't do this kind of thing for free.
She sends back a frowning emoji. No, it'd be funny, but no, she knows how this works. She is more experienced than she sounds. Would she go?
Oh, Cairo will also level with her. He'll be like, look, we were hired to protect you.
Now that I think about
And
it,
we're trying to fulfill that job right now.
now that I really think about it, I did forget. It's just, we're not portraying anyone but just a single woman.
Wait, what?
I was like, who gave us this job again? I was like, oh
Why are we
yeah,
getting girl tips?
Moonshine.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, Moonshine's the same one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that makes sense why he's offering us all this money.
Yes.
He'll tell her, like, yeah, this is essentially us putting you into our version of WITSEC, mobilizing you from city to city before people want you dead.
I'm going to
And-
make a sheepless woman now, aren't I? All right. Well,
I mean,
would you
gotta
go?
make
Well, you've put her into this situation, haven't you, Dakota?
Well, I thought you guys were just gonna shoot her. All right, that was what I expected. At least take the money and let the goons shoot her.
I mean, yeah, I want to, but at the same time, like, I don't know. She could make.
But I will say that taking the high road, the moral high road, would give you guys some fame points. Like it'll advance your fame if you successfully help this woman.
Like, get her
because-
out?
Yeah, because this is
Yeah.
you guys don't know who you're fighting against right now, but it is bad news.
I mean, I imagined it is bad news. But I went. Yeah.
That's the thing, is like, I know this isn't gonna be, like, pretty.
Yeah.
No, it's
Is it
not.
gonna be quite well? I'm not gonna say anything. Never mind.
One reason why technically it could be quiet is just if we do walk away, we don't act like we're saying anything, and
That was gonna be my plan, yeah.
and then I don't know, miraculously this woman comes packing.
I mean, hey, you guys are in it now. You've told her. The cat's out of the bag in that sense. And Moonshine
that's the
knows
whole
you aren't
thing.
gonna leave.
That's the whole thing, is no one knows we've told her, though.
Yeah. So you got at least a little while before they notice, like, that she's getting out of Dodge. Because presumably, if they were confident enough to give Moonshine a 48-hour time before she's dead, they've been following her. Like, they know everything. So there's that. You can assume. You guys are good enough at your jobs to figure that out. I'm trying to think if she would be willing to go to New Orleans. I guess give me a charisma check with advantage, Cairo.
Who?
You.
Okay.
You're the one actively.
You're the one
checking
talking
her.
to her.
Dice escaped. That's a 9.
A 9. Okay. Then I guess I'll ask you: do you want her to come to New Orleans with you, or do you want her to not?
I mean, it seems like the only logical option at this point if she wants to live.
Look,
I mean, 'cause she
I
can
don't
just
feel like
get on the
babysitter.
hyperway and then bugger off in a random direction.
Yes, but at least at this point, she's paying for us to protect her.
Oh.
I mean, she could just pay for us to protect her, quote unquote, out of the city.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna look at my notes because if I wrote down a very specific detail of this job, then she might have basically because she has a limit on how much she can pay you guys because she only has so much money in her bank account. So I'm trying to think if she has another way to acquire money to pay you guys for the trip, to escort her to New Orleans and stuff. Where is this?
Also, I think this is the first time, or a major choice.
This is a very large choice.
This
yeah.
is the a moral dilemma.
I don't know so much about dilemma.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's a moral dilemma.
It's morally, it's an issue.
I
Yeah,
guess
well,
if you were to take it out of oh haha, we don't really care about these people. Yeah, I could see it being a moral dilemma, but in Knox's mind, it's yeah, it's just some random woman. I'm trying to
Well,
squeeze money out of her.
Here's the thing: is Kyra actually wants to take the moral choice here.
You are, in fact, the moral of the group. I will let you know.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying not to be full murder hobo.
I mean,
I wouldn't
always
say that's
also the
murder
moral
hope.
character, just not in the meatbag direction.
Yeah, see, he would have just taken the 5K and that's it. I don't blame him. That 5K is pretty nice.
And Bonus has no moral compass. That's not true. He does, but
That's
when it comes to this, he doesn't have one. He doesn't care. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the letter of my notes here. Breed. Okay, now I have to look at my wiki because if the company that I'm thinking of is involved in the industry that is related to this greenhouse's plants, then this woman will be able to pay you guys a considerable sum of money when you get to Lone Star. Or I guess
You
kind
mean
of New
Nolan.
Orleans, but no, because New Orleans is in my outline of notes for the moment. New Orleans is listed as Atlanta, but worse. So
oh
Other
she's
cool
she's
stuff
gonna
to it,
pay
but-
us. She's gonna pay us till Nolans or till Lone Star.
yeah, because Lone Star is like a massive city, like LA level city. It's huge. Where is this? Here we go. Synthetichem Solutions, because Synthetichem owns Lone Star.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys would know that. That's what I'm telling you. Synthetichem owns Lone Star and a bunch of other areas around Lone Star, and they also own half of New Orleans. So, where is their business model?
As long as she can pay us a down payment up front,
Yeah, so
I won't have a problem with it.
She says that she has $50,000 in assets, both liquid and otherwise, in Atlanta. So she can pay you guys up to $50K. So, $10K each or whatever. And then, whatever she can get for whatever she can get when you guys get to New Orleans or Lone Star or whatever,
All right.
basically.
So what do we think?
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for.
2K to stay here, guard the place, but she dies.
What?
5K to leave, or 10K to protect her all the way to Lone Star.
I don't know why you gave the option, buddy. She hit the price that I wanted.
All right, you got yourself a deal.
All right, then what if Moonshine comes back and offers $50,000 to each of you to?
That would be
Now if
criminal.
he said $50,000 each and it was up front, I'd shoot her myself.
Yeah, that'll be a stupid amount of money. You guys could just at that point buy your own private jet and fly to Las Vegas. Who needs the 18-wheeler at that point.
Exactly. Yeah, we could load that baby on an airplane.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. Because I think, God, I forget where I wrote it down. What synthetic chem's specific products are. But
Forget which K4 did a job against synthetic chem though.
against synthetic chem, I think it was
This one. This
I
one.
think it was
Okay.
this one. 'Cause
We killed the synthetic chem.
Oh yeah,
Exact.
okay,
Yeah.
they were in the limo. That's what I thought.
Yes.
Dante Riddle was against synthetic chem.
Yes.
Because they're kind of like dumb and gay in Ryan's Town. They're pretty piddly, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they operate primarily within petroleum chemistry, agriculture, and pesticides, chemical refining and production, plastics refining, drilling of heavy materials and oil, energy production, energy storage and distribution services, weapons manufacturing and chemical weapons, and vehicle manufacturing. So that would fall within what this woman is working on, vaguely. Which means they'll buy it. So she can pay you guys. She promises to pay you guys for your bodyguarding when you guys get to Lone Star, and she can talk to the right Lone Star executives and get paid for the half-finished experiment she's been doing.
Okay.
Works for me.
So she is in panic mode at this point. She's like, "All right, I'm gonna go to the dealership. I'm gonna sell my car that I have now, buy
Wait,
a U-Haul, and then
I think
I'm gonna pack up the greenhouse and we're gonna go."
Okay.
she shouldn't do it immediately, because if they've been following her, then they might be close by already.
Yeah.
Well, she replies to that by saying that if you guys got an offer to leave her for dead, that means that your employer's in on it, and if they want you to leave now, they probably have something planned for now. Maybe not killing her, but something about that property is probably on the way.
Oh no, I know that. But what I'm saying is, just in case, like, just give it like maybe another hour. Also, I'm just doing this so that, I don't know, more dramatic.
More dramatic. You want more dramatic.
I wouldn't say more dramatic like that, but I don't know. We also need to like kill another man in this time.
Well, yeah,
so-
it's gonna take her like until this evening to get the greenhouse packed up. Anyways, you guys have enough time to kill Billy. But since you guys are effectively betraying Moonshine now anyway, you can just ignore Billy entirely and just leave.
Hold on.
Oh.
A-
Well.
Actually,
here
I have
was
a
the
great
thing.
idea. Wait, I got a great idea. Text him back and be like, when are we gonna get that 5K? If we do leave now.
Yeah, sure. I'll text him.
He says that if you leave right now, you will get 5K, like in a couple hours, like 3
How's
hours,
this?
4 hours.
How's this? So,
Yeah, how much were we getting
Moonshine
paid to
doesn't
kill
know
that
about
other guy?
Oid. Hold on. We have an ace up our sleeves.
Actually, no, because Oid was disguised when he went to the party, right?
Exactly.
He knows absolutely nothing. Because after that,
Yeah, he only hired
if
you
anything,
guys to
he
do
only
the.
thinks we're a 3-man party. Because Oid was
Yeah.
there the whole time.
So he doesn't know about Oid.
So we do essentially have a robot-shaped ace up our sleeve.
Yes.
Yes.
So, how's this? We can have Oid guard this place. We can go kill Billy real quick. And then, after all that's done, we meet up here and go from there. Because if she's saying it's not going to take her all that long to pack this place up, Oid might be able to, in the new body, guard this place and at least keep an eye out for her. Get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, that's my line of thinking, at least.
Yeah, if we didn't know that, like, the way we did it now, like logistically, in character, we don't know that the god above the DM is like, all right, well, since they're doing this, she's safe, you know. So yeah, I can see that. I mean, we also out of character don't know that she's fully safe, but
This is true. This is true.
it's
At
just
this point,
saying.
we're just
I
trying to cover our bases.
I think I think that's safe. That's a nice safe plan.
So wait, do you want Oid to protect the greenhouse, or go and guard her?
That's a good question.
And what bonus to do? That's another question. His bonus is his
That
own
is
man.
also true.
He can do
I
whatever he
think
wants.
I think bonus be in the shadows protecting Oid. While Oid
Yes.
protects the greenhouse or acts like a passerby, right? So they really think we left.
Well, he's got the new body, remember?
No, but what
be
I'm
invisible.
saying is, right?
Yeah, he can be invisible.
Oh, we repaired that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be invisible.
Oh my
I made
god!
full repairs to the ninja body and gave it a new head.
Right, we're
And
now
then
we're
bonus,
talking.
Bonus can hold on to Ankh and have Ankh there.
And then it will be I think the first ever duo.
That's
of
like a mini
pyro
army in and of itself.
It really is.
So wait, so okay,
Bonus
so
and Ankh.
what my
Best friends
understanding
forever.
is that you guys are trying to basically get the most money possible by pretending to abandon the greenhouse so that Moonshine pays you, and then killing Billy so that he pays you for that, and then
Yes.
betraying him again and leaving with the doctor to get paid by her.
Hit the
Yes.
nail right on the head.
Whilst also defending the greenhouse with your super secret, invisible ninja friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Bonus.
And our friend in a hover car.
With the robot.
And a robot dog.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is correct.
This is
That
very
that's pretty
convoluted.
much plot synopsis. That's the plot synopsis.
Hey,
Okay.
look, it may be convoluted, but I think honestly this is one of the few times where we finally have enough people to just
Do everything.
do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can fulfill every option here.
I mean, hey, good on you guys for figuring that out. I did not have this iteration of this outcome at all. I figured,
did
oh,
you
we're just
just
gonna
think
take the
we were
money
gonna
and
leave?
kill her. It'll be over instantly. They
Uh.
can go on, move on to the next part of the mission. They'll do the Billy thing. It'll be over. They can move on by next session. It'll be great. But no.
Well, at least once per arc, we got to do something that's of the moral high standard.
You guys have unwound this Gordian knot of local politics. So good on you guys. Honestly, I'm impressed.
Honestly, yeah, I would say I'm impressed too. We actually just clicked everything together. We're not like, fuck, we only have one option. We're like, you know,
Well, the way I was thinking about it was, there's no way that this can come out as ugly as I think it can. And if we get a chance to, screw over Moonshine, I'm kind of all for it, because he is a bit of an asshole.
Well, who isn't?
He really didn't have to take the steps that he did to screw with us. So, you know what? He kind of deserves it. We're hired help. We're not, corporate people.
yeah, but you know what? I can agree with many things. I think the real headcanon is that honestly, yeah, I would have done the same because I don't know you people.
You don't know the people, but that doesn't mean you have to blackmail them.
Yeah, but look at Moonshine, his character. He's been doing this for a long time. He knows a lot of different types of mercenaries. He just goes, "This worked the most."
I mean, I think, at least for me, I know this is like a tangent, but for me, behind the scenes, the reason I got him to get you guys in a position where he could blackmail you is because in his mind, his crusade against the Winthrops is personal. So, because it's personal, he wouldn't want to pay as much money to because otherwise he could just have his normal mercenaries do it. But he just
Oh,
want
yeah,
to get them
that's probably the
involved,
other reason.
and he doesn't want to
Is-
pay them a bunch of money. He
Mhm.
wants
Plus-
expendable mercenaries who are from out of town but still capable enough to get the job done, who will work for little money. So he
Yeah, that's a
blackmailed.
better way. That's a better way of putting it.
Yeah.
In the moment, it did look like you guys. We were like, you could have just asked us, bro. And he's like, oh,
He's like,
yeah,
"Fuck!"
God.
And then he's like, "Well, I can't go back now."
Yeah, too late now. But yeah,
Or
So,
he could just delete
Okay,
it,
so
put it
here's
right
the plan,
there.
right?
yeah.
I'll message Moonshine. I'll be like, look, we're gonna leave, but you've only got 2 of us going and killing this kid because the 3rd member of our team has to get everything ready to leave tonight.
Okay. Not even gonna make you roll for deception or anything. Moonshine just believes you, or he seems to believe you. He's
cool.
just like, great, great, great to hear it. Come on by in a couple hours to pick up your extra cash. And he like sends back. He's like, I really appreciate this.
Really appreciate it too.
we really appreciate it too, Coxgun.
Appreciate it, partner. You know what? I'm glad that you, in fact, caught on that I was a greedy son of a bitch.
I mean, hey, the captain. You guys have had it too nice with the captain, right? The captain is like the nicest fixer in the country.
Kyra's gonna come over sub-vocals and be like, man, I miss Captain.
I'm gonna go over some vocals. It's like, yeah, but Captain's probably done this too, so we're just lucky.
Not to us.
Yeah,
That's why I said we're just lucky.
I mean, the captain does. Well, actually, I say that, but like everybody around Captain doesn't like Cairo.
Not necessarily.
Captain
Look,
likes you guys.
Cairo,
Yeah, exactly. We keep the business flowing.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think we're the sole reason the Captain is living, but
No, absolutely not. He's got hundreds of mercenaries that work out of there, but we're the cool guys.
yes.
We're the cool team. See?
Yeah.
It all works out in the
One
end.
might call us the A-team.
Exactly.
That's an absolutely lie. I would never say that again.
We are the most reliable mercenaries that go to that bar.
For sure. But yeah, okay. In that case, I need to know who is. I mean, I know who's going with whom, right? We've got Bonus and Oid and Og with the greenhouse.
I'll also probably give Bonus my sniper rifle if he so chooses.
Well, he has his rifle, his M4, M5. So he's got a relatively long range weapon, and just upgraded pistols. Like he is loaded for bear right now.
Okay.
Like actually, let's not figure this out. So as you guys are talking, like figuring all this web of politics out, all of you just see Bonus get out of his hover car, walk back to the trunk, open the trunk, and start loading like his shotgun and his rifle, and like cleaning his pistols this whole time, cleaning his sword. He hasn't said a single word, but he expected you guys to do this, so he's just, doing his thing, getting ready.
I'll ask Bonus I'll ask Oid and be like, is there any kind of weapon you want to borrow?
I don't think I need to borrow anything. I can bring my new SMG.
I was gonna say I can give you my sword too.
I already have a
Yeah,
sword for this guy.
Oh, that's true. Yes,
bought his
and it's titanite. Yeah.
It's not Titanite, it's monofilament.
Oh yeah.
I can get both.
Yeah. But monofilament is still pretty good. So. But yeah. Alright. In that case. So Cairo and Nox are gonna go and hunt Billy down, right?
Yes.
Okay. The original plan was to rely on Moonshine's intel to find where Billy could be. Is that still the plan?
Correct.
Or are you guys just like, let's just get this done and stalk the streets so we find this kid and then blow his head off?
We're still gonna rely on his intel.
Okay. Alright. In that case, where are you guys heading to after you leave the greenhouse?
Well, he said to stop by and pick up our extra payment, right?
In a few hours, yeah.
Okay, so that's I'll message him and be like, have the information on Billy ready when we get there.
And he's like, can do, partner.
All right, well there we go.
Alright. So, in that case, Cairo and Nox bugger off. They get in there in the crime car and Cairo's MDR car, and they speed away. In that case, Oid, where are you going to be on this property? The greenhouse.
Describe to me this property, because I don't think I've been here before.
Ah, yes. So the greenhouse is like a small warehouse, basically with like walls made of like fogged up like clearish plastic like panels and like the metal like connecting rods with a roof made of glass sheets. It is locked via magnets, even though somebody could just kick the door open. But there's like an ID scanner and stuff to get inside. There's a bunch of equipment to keep the plants and everything safe that all of you have access to now. The greenhouse for the plants. There is, at the front of the building, there is a 30-foot patch of grass with like a little stone walkway. Then it gets to the front door of the warehouse. Each side of the warehouse is a 10-foot alleyway between the greenhouse and the apartment building wall next to it. The back of the property has a like 8 to 10 foot high brick wall, like a squared off brick wall, like a little backyard where the greenhouse's like shed is, and like the hoses and spare equipment and the bags of fertilizer and all that stuff are kept.
All right. In that case, what is inside, or what is down the alley? To either side.
On the left side is, oh gosh, I think that's the water treatment and distribution system, and then on the right side is the temperature control and the power hookup, because the electricity is drawn from the basement of the apartment building to the greenhouse's right, which is where the doctor lives.
Okay. In that case, I suppose I'm not going to stay inside the greenhouse, but I would like to have a view of, like, the front where the path is. Maybe I'll be off to the side on one of, like, the... Well, actually, where'd you say the brick wall was?
The brick wall surrounds the backyard, basically the back of the property.
Alright, perhaps I can take a perch on there.
Okay. And then to go invisible, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And then bonus is going to put Ankh in the abandoned apartment upstairs because, you know, heavy machine gun can provide a good covering fire.
This is true.
And he himself, where is he himself going to be? He's going to do the smart maneuver.
Park his car on the balcony.
He's going to park his car in the greenhouse. No. He's going to park his hover car down the block and stay in his car until things hit fans. Because he expects that there's going to be a surveillance drone to check, to make sure you guys left. Which is good that you let the invisible guy stay behind. And bonus will say that. Yeah, it's like to kind of explain why he's leaving. Because he's experienced in this kind of thing.
I mean, I figured as such. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. It's like, alright, yeah, we totally left. Ha 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 ha.
We're totally gonna leave. Alright. In that case, always in the back of the property. Do you keep in mind that this property is like a couple 100 feet deep? So it's gonna take you a while to run from back to front if somebody does show up. As a note. But bonus will probably see them coming before they show up anyway, because he's got the same kind of clean view down the road. So, probably like a half an hour after Nox and Cairo leave, and bonus pretends to leave, about the point where Nox and Cairo leave the main body of Atlanta and enter into the Blue Ridge mining projects, which is the ghetto part of the city where Moonshine's bar is. Half an hour of wait. Bonus will sub-vocal over to everybody, because I assume that you all want to keep updated on what everybody is doing. He will send a... I don't know, actually, does he have... I forgot if I gave him uplink or not. I honestly don't remember.
Oh, what?
Visual recording and uplink for his mask. So
His
he could,
mask
send
probably
you
would
guys
have one. Well, Unk would also have one.
He does not have it. Okay. So, in that case, he would
Just
send...
pulls out his phone.
Yeah, pulls out his phone. And he will sub-vocal over to everyone and say that... Basically, he'll just declare, like, oh god, how would he word it? Looks like we've got about half a dozen, I don't know, like, post-apocalyptic nomad trucks coming our way.
Alright. Hold your position. If they try to endanger the greenhouse itself, then just take care of them. That's all I can tell you.
Should have ran to the clothing store. Maybe dressed up a little bit different.
This is true. I'll message him. I'll tell him. Be like, do you have a separate set of clothes?
I guarantee you, he always has a different suit in the back of his.
I mean,
That's
he
what I'm saying,
does have a fame ability for this.
So then
If
just
you
make
wanted
it look
to
like
use it.
you're not the one. Like it's not you.
Yeah, but he just kind of wanted to, like, you guys know how Bonus operates. He shot up a brothel in broad daylight with,
No.
I'll
got national
level with
news.
him for a second here. Look, us getting away with all of this money hinges on them not knowing what our plan is.
You can keep your identity until after we kill this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
We're good. All right. So if
If
anything,
we can keep up the ruse long enough until he's dead and we're out of the city, we're good to go.
we're golden. Think of like the Golden Girls, way back when. All right. They always figured
Thank
it
you
out.
for being a friend.
All right.
Okay, so Bonus has a fame ability called Kill Kit, which is one that is carried over into like K1, for instance. K1 lets him purchase an alternate loadout of a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, a melee weapon, a set of clothing with accessories, and a piece of armor, and then picks a location where it can be hidden, that only the user knows of the location.
Drunk.
Oh
Yeah,
my
he hid-
gosh.
so he could-
It's one random brick in a wall.
Yeah, he could literally be like, oh, this garbage can down the mailbox down the block from the greenhouse. I had a spy hide like a bunch of weapons and armor in there like a week ago.
It comes with a line. Thought something like this might pop up down the line.
Yeah.
I knew this would come in handy. I always knew we were gonna
Someday.
visit this place.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I set up this little shit kit for myself.
Now I'm just imagining, like, you could get wild with it and be like, I actually hid it inside of one of the goons' backpacks.
Oh my god! As your fame stat increases.
Yeah, it gets more ridiculous.
Come with more ridiculous stuff. It's like, as it rained, so did my weapons. Right into my hand.
One of my great grandparents wrote a prophecy for one of this guy's families, knowing that this scenario would pop up, telling him that in 6 generations he would need to carry this exact setup.
In that case, since you guys want me to do the meme, I will have Bonus use this ability.
Brick in the wall.
But it requires a fame check to determine percent, which is a 1d10. If he fails this, it doesn't work. So let's see what we get. Ooh, I rolled a 10.
Oh,
God damn.
God, he's packing a rocket launcher.
Okay,
I was
that's
about to
actually...
say, does this give him the leeway to have it be stashed up like some civilian's ass nearby?
You're the random citizen. I paid you $8 million 3 years ago to keister a rifle for this nice moment.
Keister a rifle and a whole bug out kit.
Man.
Look, I know you needed to get a cybernetic ass to stretch your ass that wide, but look, it's for...
I have a better idea.
It's life or death.
But But first, we have to decide what he has in this preset kill kit.
Oh, it's definitely like a cyber saw.
Like
the 240B.
Oh. You mean like an LMG?
Yes.
Oh.
It's definitely an LMG.
An LMG. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Like one of
thinking a
those
heavy
heavy
weapon.
fire suppressive weapons.
Wait, how ridiculous can we go with this?
Whatever bonus can pay for, you could put in this.
Oh, so whatever he
say,
can
like-
realistically pay for?
Yeah. So like if
Yeah,
you
I'd
wanted, you could have like I want him to have like a rocket launcher, in this kill kit. Then sure, you'll pay for it, and then you'll have a rocket launcher.
Oh, so you use the current money.
Yes.
Ah.
Mhm.
Fuck, I was gonna be like, fuck it, bro. A whole ass, like, juggernaut suit.
I mean, you could.
mean,
you could technically buy
could.
power armor. But that'd be kind of overkill.
Yeah, no,
He's
but
got
is
some.
that...
He's got some good money.
Well, I'd love to say he has good money, but we also have to keep in mind, he now has this for, like, the rest of the mission.
Yes,
so
the rest of eternity, he has whatever you.
That's
buy for it
why
right
I'm
now.
like,
I'd say it like a 240B style machine gun. Taco truck pulls up.
Taco truck. That would be pretty funny.
What time, my brother?
I don't you needed a kill kit today, brother. I'm just in time. It's
What
me, the
time,
guy
my
from
brother?
Minestown.
I
I'm
was
his
just
brother.
in town. Heard you needed a pickup.
God. Alright, let's see. Looking through my
Brother.
art for heavy weapons. I mean, already, I would say either a heavy weapon or like an actual rocket launcher, because the rocket launcher would be funny.
Let's go with something that has volumetric fire. I'd say.
Volumetric fire.
If you throw enough bullets at the bodies just stop moving.
I mean, I could go. Okay, how insane am I? Like, I could have him buy like a Dream LMG or a Dream like heavy laser or something that's stupidly expensive but incredibly cool.
Because realistically, he wants to have some chunkier armor too.
Well, he's got a PE vest, and that's like pretty good.
Well, he could also go one step up with a PE vest if he goes with like a bare bones
Well, yeah,
LMG.
he could go. Well, if he goes with I think he can get like a PE suit, which is the beefier version, like riot gear, is what that is basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have him buy a grenade launcher, like a rotary grenade launcher, 40 mic, or a laser LMG. Or
How much is a laser LMG? How much does he have?
Also a good question. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on this.
Yeah, we got to get into the action.
So I'm just gonna pull up my corporation.
I'd say LMG plus a little bit heavier armor, maybe a new mask, or like a ballistic mask.
Well,
the
they're
masks
making
should
masks
definitely show it's not him.
Yeah, but he likes his mask. It's his
Yeah, we
mask.
all
Well,
like his
yeah,
mask.
but like
That's
a
a
little bit of
staple of
extra.
him.
Yeah, everybody knows his mask.
Let's see, what have I got? Dream has a heavy laser cannon, a heavy machine gun, but it's like a mounted Dishka, basically.
Imagine he just turns into Chachanka.
Yeah, just dong 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 dong. I mean, he could, I guess.
That's what we're essentially trying to put him into.
Yeah.
Is a chunky roll.
He could buy an anti-material rifle,
Yeah, but that's not high enough rate of fire.
plasma rifle, laser rifle, where's KE? I don't know if I have a KE LMG. Let's see. Pistol, revolver, pistol, deagle, rifle, bullpup, Garand, shotgun, SMG, revolver, shotgun, pistol, rifle, SMG, rifle, LMG. Here we go. Okay, the KSAR-17. I should have a rail rifle. I wouldn't be able to buy that. Gosh darn it.
Dang, so close.
Yeah, he would need his taco truck friend for the rail rifle. Like, unironically. And I don't think it's within reason of this ability to give him the taco truck man.
Not yet.
Casino
I think later down the line we can be like, oh yeah, you use
you
the
could
taco
just-
truck to set it up.
Yeah. The LMG variety is lacking in my dock. Got plenty of sniper rifles, plenty of SMGs, plenty of rifles, plenty of pistols, shotguns.
Here's an idea. We have the van has munitions, right?
But
the
man,
vandalism van.
The vandalism van, yeah.
it has.
Oh yeah,
a
the
bird on top of it. Yes.
yeah Oid's van. He's been driving
Yeah.
around. Has a machine gun on it. Yeah.
We could have him use that.
You're saying the gun that's on there, cause
Yeah. Well, no one knows the vandalism van belongs to us.
that's some heavy assuming.
Yeah, because, well, I think it's a fair enough assumption, I guess.
Because no one took the vandalism van out to see Moonshine.
Yeah.
But also like, they're right there.
You know, I think I am, God, as much as I do want an LMG, I don't have one pre-made, and I don't want to spend the time to make one right now. So instead, I'm going to go with the funnier option and have him buy a rocket launcher.
At least
you're
make
gonna
it one
give
where he can fire at least 2 shots. Like,
Well, the KE
You mean
like
the
one of
quad
those
rocket?
commando rocket launchers.
Well, the
for
KE
twos.
version is reloadable. The
Yeah, that'd be
KR5.
nice.
But I think there's also a Xenocorp on. I don't remember. Do we want to? I don't know. I think let's forego the main weapon because he's got his rifle. He's got his deagles that can pierce armor anyway.
You just need mainly a change of outfit.
Yeah, mainly for the change of outfit.
Some
I could have him
chunkier
buy
armor, I'd
another
say.
cool gun, but I think I'm gonna hold off because I also want to save his money for Bionics because he's a big fat nerd. So, with a 10, Bonus gets out of his hover car and then walks up to the nearest apartment building, walks into the apartment building, gets in the elevator, climbs to like the 30th floor, walks to apartment 33B, knocks on the door. The door opens. The person in the apartment recognizes Bonus, lets him into the apartment building, into a hidden room in the apartment's closet that has a bunch of gear in it. Bonus takes the clothes off of the rack, gets redressed, draws his deagles, and then walks back out of the apartment building.
Alrighty then.
Yep.
And then there's just a rocket launcher there.
yeah, like the open the closet and there's like a rocket launcher or like crates of grenades, but he only takes the clothes. That's the thing.
Bonus just turns over. Thanks.
yeah.
Oh, sir.
Great to see you, Jackson. He's like, sir. Yeah. All right.
I was thinking like, oh yeah, it's an IRA member. No idea what an IRA member's doing in Atlanta, Georgia, then.
In the year 2100.
In the year 2100.
But yeah, so Bonus puts on his new digs.
Bonus's new clothes.
Yeah. And he walks out of his. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have him take that rocket launcher. I'm just gonna deduct like 12K from his account, and I'm going to have.
Hey
him
man,
take
we're
the
about to get
rocket
paid
launcher.
10, so.
Yeah. So that would bring him down to 110. So he's poor.
No, he's not.
But what do you mean relative? I mean, he's not as poor as Nox is, but you know. So
Wait, how much
okay.
money does he have?
Money 110,000.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, he blew a bunch of money on upgrading his guns. So Bonus walks into the apartment building, gets dressed, and then takes out like a single-use rocket launcher out of the closet off of the rack, and he just walks back out through the front lobby, and the concierge is like, "Sir," and Bonus just nods at him, and then walks out the door. Because Bonus tells everybody, as this is a canon fact. And then Mr. Oid, from the very rear of the warehouse property, crouched invisible on top of this brick wall, you see a bunch of like Mad Max trucks roll up to this property. Like there's an actual like a monster truck covered in metal spikes that rolls up to this property, like an actual monster truck. Like a couple of pickup trucks.
Oh
and
wait, I can also watch through Oid's vision.
You can, yes. So you guys do have that, and Ankh as well.
Yeah.
And bonus is not going to have Ankh fire yet, even as these guys are. It's probably like a good, 8 of them that get out of these cars, and they get out of the cars and they begin to unload, like what look like jerry cans, and like crates out of the back of their trucks, looking to either burn up or blow up the greenhouse. And or you're just perched on top of this rock wall, watching these guys get out of their cars, and then Bonus just yells over some vocal, "Rocket, rocket, rocket!"
Back blast clear.
Back blast.
God damn.
And then yes, rocket, 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 and then you just see this like streak of smoke, and then it hits the monster truck square in the front of its grill, and it explodes in this massive fireball. The 4 wheels go flying in different directions like a video game, and like it takes like the driver with it, who was like just kind of climbing down off of the wheel, and just boom, it is instantly blown to smithereens.
Can we hear this like explosion from the other side of the city?
Probably not. But the doctor certainly could, because she's not that far away. So you see this rocket hit this monster truck and explode, and now all the guys are like, oh, and actually I'm gonna make a roll a luck check for the gangsters, because an explosion next to vehicles full of jerry cans. All right, well they rolled a 2, so oh god. Okay, so Bonus blows up the monster truck. The monster truck explosion sends shrapnel and embers and debris in all directions. Flaming debris. It sends this flaming debris in this big fireball right into the other vehicles nearby that are also full of explosives and gasoline. So a massive chain reaction breaks out, whereby the monster truck explodes, and then a few like the goons are like, oh, and then one of them yells, "The jerry cans!" And you see one of the pickup trucks just boom, like the rear section just detonates as all of the fuel in the back of it just erupts at once, and then then that truck explodes, and then like another one nearby like catches fire, in this huge fireball. I'm gonna roll to see how many of the goons die. Great, 6 of them die.
Jeez.
So 2 of them are left. 2 of them are left behind. It's just boom, 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 boom. All these explosions are going off. 2 of them are left because they are the 2 guys that got out first, and they had their jerry cans still, and they're like on the front lawn of the greenhouse, like shielding their eyes as like this whole street is just engulfed in flames. And then like Bonus just says some vocals, and he's like, "Well, I think that did something." And then he will signal Ankh to just shoot these 2 dudes who have no cover and are holding jerry cans of explosives.
Yeah, he'll open up fire.
All right. I assume 2 shots at each of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So give me them first 2 shots.
That is a 7 and a 6.
Those will both hit. I don't think you have to roll damage for that. These guys don't have that much HP.
Nice. So it's what? How many D100?
I think it's
4?
40. Is it 41 or 4012? I don't remember.
I think it's 4D100, if I'm not
I can
mistaken.
double check. Un momento.
Is an anti-material, essentially a machine gun.
Yeah, where is Onk?
I'm going there now.
That's the MDRR car. Drone torso, AP LMG, 3d12 times 10.
Ah, 3d12. Gotcha.
Yeah, like I found that 10, 12. So 6d12 is what you're hitting this guy with.
6d12.
Yeah, because it's two. You hit both shots.
Oh yeah, you're right. All right, I gotta find another.
Yeah, what did you roll with a 6 and a
7 or
7,
no,
7 and a 9, right?
seven
Is that
is
right?
no,
Or
no. One of them was a 6. I know that much. I
One
think it
was
was.
a 6?
Let me check. 7 and a 6.
7 and a 6. The 6 would actually miss.
Oh, would it?
Yeah, because it's you're shooting full auto, so it's a -3.
Ah,
So yeah, it would be a bare miss, but it would be a miss. So only 3d12.
So
D12.
3d
That's still
3d12.
should be more than enough to kill this guy.
Well, 12 and 9 and an 11.
12 and 9 on it. Yep, that would do it. And then the other two perception checks for the second guy.
All right. That's a 9 and a 10.
A 9 and a 10. Those both obviously hit. One of them does double damage. So just roll me 3d12 times 10 and then double it. And then if he isn't dead, he'll
10 and 8 and a 2.
10 and 8 and a 2 with 200 is 400 damage to that guy's head. So Bonus obliterates this convoy with his disposable rocket launcher. Kills 6 people.
Really said chain reaction.
Yes, detonates, kills 6 people. The remaining 2 guys are scrambling to the ground, trying to figure out what's going on. And then right as they like start to look around, Ankh just like the gun just peeks up over the railing of the balcony, just and just riddles the front lawn with bullets, and both of them just and they both drop dead before Oid even gets to them.
Red paste.
Yeah.
Pasted.
Yeah, I mean, Oid, do you want to do anything in response to this? There's no enemies left that you can see.
Not really.
Great, because it doesn't mean you're still stealth, so they still don't know you're there.
He
If,
moves
anybody's
one
watching.
step and goes, well, shit.
Yeah. And that's what's even funnier is that Bonus fired that from down the block. So even if there is, which there is, some like a drone watching the property right now, they wouldn't have seen who fired it until after
They
it had
also
already
wouldn't
killed
have
everyone.
seen. They wouldn't have seen who shot the machine gun.
No,
as
because he's
well.
on the hidden by the balconies. And of course, as soon as Ankh fires and kills them both, then he would duck into the apartment.
Yeah.
And Bonus's orders to keep hidden. And Bonus just chucks the empty rocket launcher into like a gutter, and then gets back in his car. And that is that. We hard cut as like the sirens begin to encroach, because again, Atlanta is a low crime. It's a low crime city. Okay, Ryanstown, cars blowing up in the street is like a weekly occurrence. In Atlanta, at least bi-monthly. So kind
Let's
of
hope this is the bi-monthly one.
yeah. So kind of cop cars are swarming the place, and like the cop drones, the police drones, KPD drones, are be-doo, like swarming on this street as Bonus is like just like I'm gonna take her out and drive around the block. I'll be back. And then he
All right. Is Anka coming with him?
no, he's gonna give control of Ankh to Mr. Oid. Have the 2 robots hang out.
Okay.
'Cause Oid's still invisible, so he can still chill and not get, well, hopefully not get found out by the cops. So yeah, so as the cop cars and the police drones begin to arrive, I think we cut into the perspective of one of the cop drones as it rounds the side of one of the apartment buildings and sees just like the Afghanistan, like Kuwait death road of like these burning like husks
Khyber
of vehicles.
Pass.
Yeah.
So, did they even make it anywhere near the warehouse, the greenhouse?
The 2 dudes that survived the explosion made it onto the front lawn, but they were still like 15 feet from the front door.
And what about the explosion?
The explosion was in the street, so that didn't damage the greenhouse.
No, like how far away?
How far? Like 40, 50 feet? Probably more like 60.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, they were parked out front, and then, so yeah. So we see this police drone around the corner, and then we see from the police drone's point of view, like a bunch of like armored cars pull down the road and start coming down towards the greenhouse, and they aren't KPD armored cars, but they see the giant wrecks of the vehicles and the police drones swarming it, and they stop, back up, turn around, and leave. Because, that much KPD attention will deter even the stubbornness of Megacorp kill squads. So, we hard cut.
So we're thankful for the low crime rate.
Yeah.
Thank goodness there's a very high response time.
Yeah, somewhere like Ryanstown, the KPD would show up in like a half an hour after the fires have already burned themselves out. As is the KPD way. So, we hard cut back over to Nox and Cairo in Cairo's MDRR vehicle. And actually, no, it would just be the MDR vehicle because Nox's vehicle was the 18-wheeler. So,
That is
car
true.
yourself. So it's just two partners chilling in a sports car, driving down the hyperway.
As it is.
And now you guys are seeing Unk's perspective of this massive explosion, all that stuff happen. Another like half an hour goes by, nothing happens. Of course, the KPD shows up to the explosion site and begins figuring out what the heck happened. They comb through like the security footage, and it's all they can see is like Bonus with his screwed up face because of the mask is camera proof. Like this dude in like weird looking clothes rocks out of an apartment building with an RPG and just fires the rocket down the street, blows the gun away, and walks away.
Disappears.
Yep, and then walks away, never to be seen again. And the KPD don't really look into this that much because they see that these guys are all, one, poor, and two, they had weapons on them. So they're like, oh, gang violence, whatever. And just kind of like call the Korner service again, the same address as the day before. And they start cleaning up the bodies and towing the vehicles.
A lot of
These
dead
these
people.
guys are literally acting like video game NPCs. Something happened here. Well, guess it's nothing.
Must be the draft.
Must be the draft.
And so they show up and they begin to clean up the bodies, but that will be quite the project to clean up like the half dozen blown up burning wrecks that are now in the middle of the road. And eventually Cairo and Nox reach Blythevall's Folly, the mineshaft bar owned by Moonshine. And you guys get there and see that Moonshine is already cracking open the boards. When you guys inside, he's like, I'm so happy to see that y'all came around to see sense. Please, come on inside now. I got some information about Mr. Winthrop.
Alright. Cairo's gonna look over at Nox, be like, alright. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm keeping a very wary hand towards my revolver right now.
Oh, you and me both.
Alright, good to know we're on the same page here.
I will immediately shoot this man if need be.
Anything goes south, yeah. Needless to say, he's getting it.
He's first getting clapped.
He's getting it. That guy can get it. Alright,
Oh,
so
yeah.
as you guys
Get
are
it.
walking down the main tunnel back towards like the main big cavern with like the disco ball and the dance floor and the DJ stand and the bar, we're trying to making casual conversation, and he's like, so I'm very happy to see that y'all came to see sense. I'm terribly sorry about how that turned out, but don't worry, I'll make sure that your reputations are as unharmed as they possibly can be. And you'll get your money as soon as my boys that I sent down there report back and tell me that they've done their job.
Well, alright then.
Meanwhile, you have to feed up in your vision his boys burning corpses in the street.
To
Like-
myself, I'll be like, well, that's a little awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. If Oid was still there, I would say try to steal
Oid is
one
still
of
there.
the two. Oh, I'd sub vocal to Oid for sure. It's like you need to steal one of the fucking
Phones and be like, it's done.
not immediately, but yes.
Alright, I can start creeping towards the front.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say the
Android, our man on the ground.
like as they're taking like the crime scene photos and stuff of the flaming wrecks and they're waiting for the fire department to come in, you can just invisibly like creep up to the one of the two dudes who were shot and pilfer their pockets, and you know retrieve their cell phone. Not gonna make you roll for it. You have advantage anyway, and they're not looking that hard, so you know it's no big deal. Also, I think the Robo Ninja Body also has like they move dead silently upgrades on their legs, so
I
you are
believe so.
dead quiet and also invisible. So these guys, the only way they could tell you're there is by seeing your footprints appear in the grass. That is the only way they could notice you. Like it's insane. So yeah, you got no problem. You just sneak up, take one of the phones, and sneak away back to your hiding spot.
That's kind of funny. It's like as soon as I get it back in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck.
But yeah, so back over at Blythe Falls Folly, as you guys are pulling off what is effectively like an incredibly complicated heist right now.
Very.
A
This
multi-level heist.
is the K4 equivalent of Ocean's 11.
Yeah, pretty much. God, I wish that music wasn't copyrighted or I'd play it right now. But I do have some heist music that isn't copyrighted. Where is that? But yeah, so you know, you guys arrive in the
007 music starts playing. Dun, dun, dun.
You know it. But yes, you guys arrive in the main room of the Blythe Falls Folly, and Moonshine, he walks behind the bar, and he gives you guys some drinks for free, and he's like, "Here, it's on me. Show of gratitude."
I'll do the straw thing and like take a weary sip.
And Moonshine chugs Moonshine. And he's like, all right. Well, about this Billy Winthrop boy that y'all are interested in smiting. You know, I've done some preliminary digging, but I should preface that I couldn't dig too deep or else risk revealing my inquiries to the Winthrop family. And if they were to catch wind that somebody was looking into the schedule of their oldest child and heir, they would probably lock him up tighter than a nun in a convent. So, the information I have is rather vague, but I hope it will provide some amount of help. I have figured out that he frequents most of the upper middle class level clubs and bars in the normal part of Atlanta. He doesn't really come into the mining projects. He doesn't feel himself so poor and lowly as to mingle with people of our lower class. So he stays in the normal part of the city, and as far as I can tell, he is always acquainted with the owners of these clubs because, of course, his family is very well known. Furthermore, he is always followed by this kind of I mean, I guess you could call it a street gang, but it's really just more like a group of his buddies that all kind of follow him around like he's the next Jesus Christ. And they do whatever he wants, and they get up to mischief and petty crimes all the time. And, the cops kind of let them off because the Winter family's purchased most of the KPD in this part of the world. So, he's got his group with him. They're usually armed. Billy himself is definitely armed with what I don't know. Most of them are not going to have too much in the way of chrome or anything. That's just not the culture of this city, this part of the world. And in his free time, he does have an apartment in Atlanta, and then he also occasionally spends the weekends partying at his family's plantation on the outskirts of the city.
I have a really stupid out of character question.
Sure.
What would happen if I just pour moonshine down the gas tank?
Of his car?
Yeah.
If it's good enough moonshine, the car will run normally.
Shit,
If anything, it'll run a little bit better.
it's too good of moonshine. Never
Yes.
mind.
Yes. Pouring like sugar or water in it will ruin the engine, but just moonshine will actually make it better.
Damn. Because I was trying to think, I'm like, as much as I would love to just walk up and shoot the guy, I kind of just want to, like, blow him up in his car. But I don't have a timed explosives that I could just put under his car.
And if only Bonus can save that rocket launcher for
Another one?
another one. God.
Hey, Bonus, we got another place for you to drive to. Okay. There's not a way we could, like, time a stick of dynamite, is there?
Not necessarily, I don't think.
Unless we
I mean-
somehow sneakily run like a wire from under the damn car. Don't ask me how that's possible.
I mean, like you said, Billy's not going to be, decked out in armor and weaponry. So you guys could just literally, like, drive by him if you wanted.
Oh, yeah,
This is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Or you're the vandalism fan. Just machine gun his car. Like a streetlight or something. Just
Yeah, could do that.
No, see, I'm trying to get as few obvious things that we're carrying on us on the scene. And one of my thought processes, if we were to have him have a head-on collision accident, not with, like, our cars, but, we just so happened to apprehend a car that just wasn't in use,
Crime car 3.0.
Temporary crime car.
Larceny. Am I hearing larceny limo?
Moonshine, can you
like
acquire for us a
the-
limousine? We need one. Don't ask questions.
You wanna know? You know what I did to that one guy in the second K4 where I rammed the car straight into him and using the
Mm.
power armor?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
He's gonna run Billy Winthrop to death. He's gonna bowl him over.
I wouldn't say that, but essentially, yeah, I'm trying to kill him like that. I'm trying to either have him have such a car crash, he'll die in it, or have a vehicle run him over. Whichever one works. Ooh, another thing we could do is take a random car again, drive by him, and I just so happen to have my sword hanging out.
Or
Or we got
Um,
more. There's a lot of ways we could kill this man.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Go on.
I was gonna say, yeah, we do the vandalism ban. We pull up right next to him, and I shoot a rip round right through his car.
Yeah, or sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Hey, wait. You have the sniper rifle still?
Well, I let you use it, and
Alright,
assumably you gave it back to me.
Yeah. Okay. Then, we could just be far back and snipe his ass.
This is also true. Wait for him to get out of the car. Be in an elevated place. We've already been able to schmooze some of the local landowners, so...
I don't know about being in an elevated place. I was just thinking, like...
From, like, down the street?
Yeah!
Like,
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, I could also be in my car, and, you know...
But yeah, which option you want to take? We got a lot to work from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my question still stands. What do you want to take?
We can do the snipe option. Seems to
Alright.
be the easiest.
Alright, cool.
Okay. Moonshine does not know where Billy is at this particular moment in time, so you're gonna have to travel around his usual haunts until you find him.
Okay.
But he does give you the addresses of like, oh, this is the bars that I've found he goes to most often, kind of thing.
Cool.
Alright.
All right. She's like, alrighty, well, when you're done with that, come on back, and I'll have the 5,000 for the greenhouse job, and then the extra money for killing Billy.
Cool.
I forgot how much money I said it was to kill Billy.
I think you said 5,000.
Was it 5K?
I believe so.
Might have been like one of those 5K each again.
Yeah, I think it was
So
5K
Mike
each. Okay, so
had-
we're all gonna get 10K from him and then 10K from the woman.
Yes.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right. So
That's 20,000 callers.
yeah, that will just about pay for bonuses, clothes, and rocket launcher. God. So you guys leave Moonshine's bar and head on out back into the city. To
You have a back seat in your sports car, by the way. Or is it only...
He
I
would
think
not.
it's a two-seater.
Yeah, it's two.
Yeah, it's a two-seater, but I've got good trunk space.
Yeah.
How much trunk space we talk?
To fit
About
a
enough to
person.
fit a human body.
Or two?
Not two, but one.
Not two, definitely one.
Is it enough to fit me in there?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm about to pull a fucking,
Are you gonna do a DC sniper and shoot through the trunk?
Not
Do not
through-
shoot through the trunk of my car.
I'm not gonna shoot through
like,
his...
lie down in the trunk and then.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna reference that one murder spree that went on with
Mhm.
that one guy, and then
Yeah, the
he brought a
DC
kid
sniper.
into it.
Yep.
Yeah. That shit was scary, by the way.
Yeah. Cool though. Need a creative idea. Very K4.
Worked out for a long while. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That way, you know, no one, you could drive off without me needing to like obstruct your arms to lay the barrel in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you probably could like fold the back panel of the trunk down.
Like the
so you
seat?
can, yeah, so you can lie down like lie down over all of the pipes and roll cage tubes and the NOS button and all that stuff and shoot out the trunk.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, while you guys are hunting for Billy, Since Kyra, you're going to be in the front seat, you can give me the perception check to find him.
All right.
In the
Also,
meantime, yeah.
in like
That's a 7.
in game, I guess I don't really know what they were gonna do, but I imagine we shouldn't wait too long to text back.
Yeah, I was just going to ask Oid how long he waits.
I mean, how long does it take to blow up a building with a couple of jerry cans?
I mean, you would figure. Okay, also, because you're thinking about the timing, if they showed up, if it takes around an hour and change to get from Moonshine's place to the warehouse, and they showed up after a half an hour after you guys left, that meant that they were going to come here whether you guys had left or not. So Moonshine was going to probably try to kill you, whether you left or if you didn't leave. So just something a little extra that you might not realize. But yeah, you probably think like a half an hour. You don't know, not
Yeah.
super long.
Yeah, I was thinking about half an hour.
Yeah. Okay, and then what do you text after a half an hour?
You should look at like the previous text to see how.
Well,
this
if I
goes.
crack open,
Yeah.
this goon phone, and, like, is there a contact for like Moonshine and Maine?
There is, yeah.
All right, but then I'll send him like a simple message, like it's done.
A fire emoji.
No emojis. I imagine he expects these guys to be somewhat professional.
I mean, they're hillbilly mercenaries, so a little bit professional, yeah. Okay, yeah, so you just text back, it's done. Okay. Alright, yeah, he texts back, great, come on back to get your payment.
Oh,
All right. In that case, ooh, could
my
I
wife's
text
going into
him?
labor. I can't make it.
Well,
Well, I was gonna text him something along the lines of, cops were in the area. Will be late to, take the heat on, or something along these lines.
Okay.
and I guess I imagine if he was possibly watching in an alternate view, he may or may not have. Well, actually, the goon got shot where? In the chest, right?
One of them got shot in the chest, the other one got his head exploded.
So I guess he could like look at the guy who didn't. He could be like the guy who got shot in the chest, you know? Because if they're all,
I think they're also assuming that the drone watching the property was Moonshine's. If there was a drone.
This is true.
Because Atlanta is very big on aerial transportation. So, like, every faction has aerial drones of some kind.
yeah.
But yeah, so you text him, like, oh, gotta lay low, let the heat die down. In that case, I'm gonna roll something for Moonshine.
To see if he knows.
Well, not quite, but kind of. He will text back, don't worry about them. I'll give them a call. Because, of course, the cops are corrupt.
Alright then.
Conundrum.
If only we didn't blow up all the monster trucks. We could have driven one back to him, disguised as the goon.
I mean, you can still go there disguised as a goon. It's not, just like...
I mean, yeah, but I wanted to bring, like, one of the trucks.
Think they all exploded.
Yeah. I mean, they're not all of them exploded, but they're all at least, like, charred a little bit. And the glass has been
Okay,
blown
well, I
out.
might be able to get away with that.
Yeah, I mean, the glass has been blown out from the explosion, and the tires are probably
What about a
little bit messed up,
motorcycle?
but-
Because I feel like a motorcycle is slightly easier to pull away in than one of the trucks.
Yeah, and there probably would have been at least a couple motorcycles.
Well, you did say they were motorcycles, so
Yeah.
I imagine.
And roll a luck check. Wait, let's see. Did any of the motorcycles survive relatively unscathed?
A luck check. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not sure I want to say the answer.
A 1?
Maybe.
Oh, 1. Okay. Um.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No. None of the motorcycles survived.
All right, now what about a truck?
No. None of their vehicles survived.
Yeah. That's like what, a hillbilly thing? So just like rob another hillbilly?
Actually, well, never mind. Yeah, what do you do? Puncture's gonna call the cops and ask what happened, and they'll tell him, hey, we found a bunch of your guys dead in the street. He's
This
gonna
is
find
true.
out.
Oh. Actually, you should text him and be like, it says something along the lines is like, well, we're already talking to him.
That is true. Could say that.
I mean, I don't think that would make it better though.
Alright, well, I rolled a
Just,
check
you
to
know-
see if bonus will be helpful, and he rolled a 10, so bonus will be helpful. Which means that I will be helpful. Bonus suggests telling Moonshine that the doctor defended the greenhouse, and you guys suffered losses and injuries, so the cops are there checking out all that stuff, and, like, you have to, you know, lay low because, like, you know, causes this mayhem and chaos in the street. So, like, a simple phone call might not take that much heat off. That's a suggestion.
Alright. In that case, I suppose I can put a little bit of truth into this situation and text back, that, crazy bitch had some kind of bomb. It's gonna take us, might take more than one call for our blown up vehicles. Or, no, actually, no, those are the wrong things. It's gonna take us a while to get back even with the call because our vehicles are scrapped.
And Moonshine texts back like, "Damn, you probably should have led with that." And
I'll text back the shrug emoji.
and he's like, "Did the doctor survive? Is she still alive?"
No.
I mean, obviously, I told him no, right? That was the whole point of the job.
Hmm. Okay. You tell him that okay, yeah, so you tell him that she's not. And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, 'cause
Upside, I guess. How many of you,
was
like,
gonna
how many
say-
of you are dead, basically?
It's
Well,
me
they
and
sent
one other
8,
guy.
and I obviously can't tell them, 8 died.
It's just me.
I'm a lone survivor.
Survivors Guild.
But the cops saw all the bodies, including the two who got shot. So,
Yes.
Yeah, but they don't know how many
Yeah, the cops don't know how many were there.
actually showed up.
true.
Also, I was gonna say, because they definitely were not the guys to kill her. So the fact that you said upside means that we might get you might get a cut bigger than whatever the fuck you're gonna get.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could say like 2, maybe 3.
I think
It's
you'd
just
say,
you?
like, yeah, you could say, like, yeah, probably Probably the safest option would say it's just me, or something like that. Like I
She
think.
detonated like a fertilizer bomb or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the obvious option would be to inject a little bit more truth, just talk about the actual car explosion.
This is true.
She fired a rocket launcher at us.
True.
I guess you could say that. You'd probably be shocked, but anybody would be shocked.
She had some fertilizer bomb, caused a bunch of our cars to explode.
Well, actually, I might make it a little bit weird if I say only I survived, because I'm pretty sure in this conversation I've been saying we and us.
Well, you said like, oh, we. No, you said it's done, and then when he asked like, oh, you'll come back.
Go
you're
up.
like, oh, no can do because the cops are here. And he's like, oh well, I'll give him a call. And you're like, that's gonna, one call's not gonna
Take
do
us
it
a while.
because we've
Our
suffered
cars are
losses.
Oh, actually, boom. She said we suffered losses. Like, I'll be straight with you, boss. I'll be straight with you. I'm the only one that survived.
Yeah. That works. So what do you
Is
say?
that what you guys want me to go with?
Yeah.
You could say something along the lines like, "Oh, why didn't you tell me that before?" It's like I didn't want to say that the damn doctor got the best of us. Well, maybe not the best of us, but you know that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if that's what everyone thinks is a good idea, I can send that back.
Okay, so you send, sorry to break it to you, but I'm the only one who survived. And he texts back, oh, unfortunate. Okay, well,
That's actually a pretty hefty loss.
yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. He's like, okay, well, come on back. I'm gonna call, our employer, and I'll have them handle the bodies, so they can confirm that the doctor's dead. You can try to come on back and pick up your money, or you can lay low until the heat dies down. Up to you. He's like, but I have to handle funerary arrangements now.
Alright, I guess I'll text back. Do you guys want me to imply this guy's coming back, or?
Say you're not gonna go, but you're gonna wait for the heat. Also, throw in some survivor's remorse in there.
Oh yeah, it's like I would come back immediately, but
I've
I
got to
gotta-
cope.
I gotta.
Like, I have to go get a drink or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'll be there after I get a drink.
And he's like, understandable. Have a nice day.
Understandable. May God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Empathy machine broke. Have a nice day. But yeah, and he's like, all right, yeah, makes sense. I'll see you, later tonight or whatever. And then presumably Moonshine begins to make some phone calls to whoever it was that hired him, warning them that, the doctor is dead ahead of schedule, and to send some goons down there to confirm the body. In the
Well,
meantime,
actually, I wonder.
yes.
Actually, no, I don't wonder.
What were you trying to wonder?
I was gonna say that if there's some time between, now and when the goons show up, I could grab my other form, play dead or whatever, but
Oh, it's actually
I
Oh,
a
that
think
would
the
be-
goons were supposed to like blow up the greenhouse, and it's not blown up, so
That
it wouldn't
is-
work anyways.
True, but you.
Greenhouse also isn't gonna be there soon.
I mean, okay, I don't know why I'm helping you, but I think helping you this would be like a god tier caper if you could pull this off. Okay, you pretend to be the dead woman, because ultimately, as far as you guys are aware, right? You know for sure, and Megacorporation is behind wanting to kill this woman. If that's not
Yeah.
obvious, it should be. So they were planning on killing her themselves, or having, you know, a different group besides Moonshine's do it. But if Moonshine's happy that she died by defending her greenhouse, you could just maybe when the Megacorp goons show up, they'll be like, Moonshine, the greenhouse hasn't exploded, but the woman's dead. What the heck happened? And then he'll be like, oh, one of my guys told me that he did the job. And then, you know, they might just, and then if, you know, when the goon doesn't answer his phone because he's, you know, quote unquote blackout drunk at a bar somewhere or whatever, then they'll just assume that the guy, Oid acting as the goon, like lied about completing the job, and just like, oh yeah, the woman's dead, send the corporate goons over, like, I'm done with this, I want to go home, because, you know, some of his buddies got blown up in a fertilizer bomb explosion, and he had to brutally murder a woman by himself. So, you know, that could be it, and then you just, like, play dead. It does assume that the corporate guys aren't gonna, like, drag the body off somewhere.
I
Or,
mean, I
like-
was figuring I was gonna have both on location, just in case that something like that happened.
Yeah, because, like,
Actually, here's my next question. Could he transform his body that he's not using and then stalk his body?
transform, like go into his
Become the
other
woman,
body,
then go
become the woman,
into
then go back to the ninja body.
Yeah. Is his alien brain enough to do that?
That is a good question. I honestly don't know. That's a really niche, like, edge case instance here. I don't know. I want to say no, because, like, if it was the other way around, right? You couldn't have the robo body be unconscious and invisible. Yeah, so, like, why would the other body be able to be unconscious and transformed?
Understand.
And also, assumably, the corp goons are gonna, like, try to take DNA samples from the body, or, like, you know, do something to prove the body is the body of the person that they're spending tons of money to make sure that they're dead. And while Oid's robo infiltrator body has, like, red coolant, it's not blood, and doesn't have real skin or DNA. So, upon close examination, the body will be fake. So you would have to fabricate some means of preventing the corporate agents from testing the body, but giving them enough of a window to identify it. And
I
that
think
would,
that would either require like Ankh to start shooting at them mid like arrival, maybe something with bonus.
yeah, like my first thought, and this is because I think this is all happening because I have K1 on the brain, but because I've been forgetting about, you know, thinking about heisting and stuff. What my first thought was, right? Bonus has an ability that lets him get access to places. So what if he pretended to be a coroner and was dragging your quote-unquote corpse away right as the goons showed up? And we're like, we need to test the body. And he's like, oh, we've already contacted the family or something, and they need this body to be sent to, you know, the crematoriums. So yeah, you can have a look at it, but we need to do the autopsy and then give it to the family or something. Assuming the bonus can lie through his teeth like that and pretend to be a nerdy coroner, being like a
Well, then he
6-foot tall
could have
jack.
Cairo.
I
he
mean,
could
I
have
think
Cairo
I have
be the
something
boss
for that.
and be like, look, protocol is protocol, buddy.
Yeah, be like, you know, we gotta do
Because I
this.
could give bonus. I think a stim for that.
Oh.
Yep, I have a stim for charisma.
Oh,
Hmm.
So you could give him that if you want to try to pull off the wackiest caper this side of Mississippi.
I mean, hey, bonus is up for it. I say we give it a go.
I mean, sure, bonus is
Yeah.
up for. Bonus could just dome the guy if he catches on anyway. Like, what does it matter?
you
That's
pick up
also
the
true.
phone and text the boss.
Check the corporate agent. Yes, this is the real body. Oh, here's photo proof.
So many extra texting.
All right, this requires a fame check for bonus to call up a mysterious figure from their past and ask for an employee ID that would let them get through security doors on a specific security clearance level within a single building or a single faction. The user has an advantage to their fame check if there's a pre-existing contact capable of obtaining that information. Somebody
shit.
in the coroner, sir. I don't think he knows anybody that would be able to
The
get.
only way.
Maybe Dapper?
Well, I was gonna say either Dapper or one of the doctor characters we have, because technically they'd have like a contact to coroners, maybe.
Well, the Dapper's like, a super spy, so I think he would at least know somebody in the coroner.
Dapper
you can see.
always knows someone.
But yeah, so I think Bonus is gonna call up Dapper. It's like, oh, hello, old boy. What do you want? And then Bonus is like, sup, bro?
I need a favor.
I need an ID. I need you to get me an ID for the coroner's Megacorporation in Atlanta, Georgia. Dapper's like, I'm not going to ask any questions, but sure, I can do that for you, I suppose. After you roll your fame check bonus with advantage.
This is the game
Damn,
tutorial.
bro. Dappers are getting at it.
Oh, bonus rolled a 2 and a 10.
What do you know?
Dapper's like, yeah, bro, I just so happens that I happen to have that ID right here.
Just
Look in that
imagining-
mailbox to your left, and you'll find it.
I'm just imagining it's animated where Bonus is there on the phone, and then like the screen splits, so you see Dapper in whatever scene, and then he cuts the line and points at the dice in his pocket. It's like, now roll with advantage.
No, roll with advantage. And then, he's like, oh yes, I just happen to know a bloke down there. When the coroners show up to pick up whatever body you've got on your hands, tell them that you need to speak to Jeffrey, and he'll hook you up, my guy. Common bonus W, and then Dapper hangs up. And then,
He must be in a really like youthful area.
yeah, I mean, Dapper is an expert social chameleon. Okay, he can adapt all kinds of slang. Ever heard him speak Ebonics? So yeah, so Bonus, approaches the coroners after changing back into his original clothes because his new ones are now, used up and wanted by the KPD. He walks up to them and he's like, "Hey, is Jeffrey here?" And then one of them is like, "Well, bro, it's me, Jeffrey. I'm a surfer bro across the country from where Surfer Brothers are supposed to be." And then Bonus is like,
Yeah, man. It's
"Yeah,
me,
bro, it's
Jeffrey.
me." And Dapper's like, "Oh, it's a mutual friend of mine who likes suits a lot. Told me to talk to you about acquiring a particular suit." And the corner's like, "Oh, whoa, bro, that guy? It's like pretty sick. Come on back." And then he takes Bonus into like the back of their coroner van. And then when Bonus steps back out of the coroner van, he's dressed as a coroner with the mask on still.
I am now coroner.
I am now a coroner.
I'm just imagining it's one of those like Agent 46 moments where he has the same face, but just because he put a hat on, he's no
like,
longer
"My
Agent
God."
46.
Yeah, he has like a
No
baseball
longer
cap on and like the coverall suit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "It's me, Bradley Johnson."
Bradley.
No, not
Bradley
Bradley.
Johnson.
Bradley
The man, the
Johnson.
myth, the legend.
It's me, John Korner.
It's me, John Korner. It's me, John Corona. And Bonus just he speaks very loudly so that all the cops can hear him. He's like, "I'm going to go check the back for other bodies." and then he walks into the alleyway where I assume Oid's new body is, disguised as the woman.
Imagine, because he has a robot body, it's all fucked up.
Yeah, like the joints are all like bent in the wrong ways. There's like a pretzel.
It's like a Family Guy meme.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Bro, he got fucking Yamcha.
God. And Bonus like puts the body bag down and like unfolds it, and then he like starts to load Oid into the body bag. And he's like,
Very slow.
"Bro, a little bit. Look, you're so heavy. Get in the bag."
Man,
I know you
what
can
did
hear me.
this small woman
Heavy my
eat?
ass. I went on a diet.
And Bonus complains about having to drag this considerably denser than normal woman into a body bag, and he's like, "Ah!" like dragging the body bag with his bionic arms straining from the weight.
I imagine the only way Oid would help is just you hear, well, like if he didn't have like silent moving body parts, you'd hear like the hands just mechanically move to push along the floor.
Yes. Scraping, like crab walking in the body bag.
Oh my!
Cursed.
He walks up, it's like, is that body bag moving? It's like, you must be. How many crime scenes did you do today?
You should see your corporate mandated therapist, officer. Have a good day. Yes, the Bonus drags the body bag back out of the warehouse.
Slightly open, by the way.
Yeah, just leave the face is shown, of course.
Oh, actually, before we get out of like the works proper, I gotta stick him with the serum so he gets actually
yeah.
good charisma.
Yeah, what does that serum do to him?
I imagine it's
Uh,
advantage.
Read off the character sheet verbatim.
Yeah, bro.
Double boosts senses and mental clarity of the target, adding a +1 to perception, intelligence, and charisma for 1d4 turns/minutes. Those removing negative mental conditions like stunned or sleep.
So he's smarter, more perceptive, and he's more charismatic.
The perfect mix.
I imagine he'd have to like time it, but I'm pretty sure it's easy
Yeah.
enough to like just stab his like wrist
Yeah.
sneakily, or not sneakily, but like
Covertly.
Right as
some
the-
guy walks behind the alley. It's like, hey, you there? And then
Yeah, and he's like, "Hello, sir."
God, I just had a cursed thought.
I do declare.
What's your curse thought?
It's like, gets caught in the alleyway, just like, what are you doing? And he turns around and I stick him and he turns into like, like Giga Chad bonus.
his
What
mask
the fuck
forms
does it
to
look
have
like?
jaw.
Yeah, the mask has a jawline now.
What's it look like I'm doing? Mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
His shirt's open, his abs are out.
His shirt is gone.
The most ripped Giga Chad corner you could think of, but with a mask on.
With two massive bionic arms, because they got the expanded plating, so they're extra beefy too.
Oh my god.
The one coroner who gave him like the outfit and everything does like the Patrick Bateman face.
Lord. But yeah, so Bonus drags the body bag out to the alleyway. And by the time you guys get back, you see that there's like a really nice, like blacked out luxury sedan parked across the street, and there are a bunch of like Men in Black style corporate henchmen in suits, like standing around and like on the phone. So one of them walks up to what's his butt, to the coroner and Jeffries, and he's like, "Hello, sir. We're here to examine some of the bodies. How many do you got?" And Jeffries is like, "Oh, well, we got 8 bodies." I know. And then he sees Bonus, like, "Oh, 9 bodies." And then the corporate goon is like, "All right, any women?" And then Jeffries is like, "Wow, bro, that's kind of sexist."
How do you know she identified as a woman?
But yeah, bro, we like totally found a single woman dead. Totally dead.
No rings.
Don't check
On
her
the
pulse. She's dead. In the back of the warehouse, greenhouse. And he's like, yes, the greenhouse that is still standing. Curious. And then the goon is like, where is this woman's body? He's like, bro, that sounds super sus. You should talk to HR about that. I'm not gonna judge, but
Maybe you should talk to your corporate mandated therapist.
your corporate mandated therapist. And the henchman just like death stares this Korner through his shaded glasses.
Whoa, man, don't shoot the messenger.
Whoa, bro, don't like shoot the messenger, all right? My man Bradley over there, he's got the woman's body. But if I see you cop a feel, I'm gonna report you to my corporate mandated therapist. And
Bro, my therapist tells me to just take it easy, take it slow, bro.
yeah, man. My therapist, Barry, he knows exactly what I'm talking about, bro.
Just gotta take the chill.
Yeah. And then the corporate goon just walked away at this point. He's no longer listening. And he walks up to Bonus and he's like, "You there? Let me examine the body." And Bonus is like, but sir, and he turns around and it's like glittery and like, the Chad face, And the goon and the corporate henchman is like, "Oh my God, you're so vibrant today, Korner." And Bonus is like, "Whatever." And the corporate goon, I was like, "I need to look at woman's body." And he's like, "I mean, yeah, you can look at her, but like, I can't have you tamper with evidence. This is a KPD matter. We're only here to clean up the scene, whatever." And the goon's gonna argue with him, but Bonus has to make a check, and a +1 because of Oid Serum.
I don't like that. Oh. I don't like that.
You shouldn't like that.
Oh no! I really don't like that.
You shouldn't like that.
Even with advantage.
He doesn't get advantage. He gets a plus. So he gets the +1 to his stat.
There was no advantage to begin with.
Yeah, he gets a +1 to his stat, which would have only made his charisma a 5, by the way, because he's a 4 normally.
So
but it
what
wouldn't
did
have
he
mattered.
roll?
A 1.
1.
Oh my God.
Why do you think I didn't like that?
So,
I mean, Bonus is imposing. Maybe you can then intimidate this guy.
is he gonna? Okay, so
Yeah,
yes, I guess that's the logical
charisma,
conclusion.
so I
That's what
guess-
Bonus would do. So this guy's like, actually no, I have. So Bonus is like, oh, the family already claimed the body. We have to get it right to the crematorium. And the corporate goon produces like a 300-page legal paper that's like a PDF, and it's like, this document says that we have rights to whatever body related to legal matters involving the company, yada yada yada, something about a EULA agreement. And Bonus is just like a corporate lawyer.
I didn't sign that.
I mean, Bonus being a corporate lawyer is not going to read that, but he does know when he's being like gerrymandered, basically. So he's going to switch over to intimidation tactics because he is much better in intimidation than he is at charisma.
Now listen here, you little shit stain.
Listen here, pencil pusher. Oh, he's going to activate another fame ability because I'm really going to abuse this. He's going to make a fame check. And he's going to, if he succeeds, he's going to use Killing Intent, which is his aura ability. Uses his reputation. It gives him a powerful, intimidating aura within a 15-foot radius. All targets in the area must make a willpower check and -2 or become afraid of the user. User receives advantage to intimidation-based strength checks against all targets in the AoE, whether they are afraid of the user or not. So no matter what, if he succeeds, he gets advantage.
Oh my gosh.
So does he pass the fame check? He rolls an 8, almost a 2, but he rolled an 8, so he does. So wait, as you're like, kind of cracking an eye, looking at what's happening, and Ankh is like at the balcony, streaming this to the others in the group. Bonus, like as this guy's like, this document says that we have the rights to take this woman's body and do whatever we want with it, all right? And don't you judge me. And then all of a sudden, you see like the Van Helsing serious face, but it's for Bonus. Just and it's like he turns on the intimidation, and Bonus just like drops Oid's body and then like leers over this guy, and it's just like,
Are we
What'd you
talking
say to
like
me?
JoJo menacing?
yeah, like full, like the
What the hell did you
menacing
say about my
characters.
hair?
And he's like, "What did you say to me, pencil pusher?" Huh? Want to go back and molest this body or something, freak?
What are you, necrophiliac?
He has to make
You like
his-
touching dead bodies?
His strength check at advantage. You got a 4 and a 7. That's a pass for sure. This guy's to make a willpower check at a -2 or be afraid of bonus straight up. Over a 5 at a -2. That will be enough to make this dude fail. So this guy is actively terrified as soon as bonus turns on his aura. And with his intimidation, like, this guy is like visibly shaking. And bonus is like, you are not gonna keep this poor woman's family from seeing her body, so you can do God knows what with it in whatever weird, freaky, underground laboratory you're gonna sell her organs to, alright, you monster? Now get out of my face before I shove my fist so far down your throat that you're gonna be pissing oil and grease for a month. And the goon is like fully hunchbacked over, like his hands are in the air. He is terrified, and he just scuttles away. And then bonus. This lasts for a minute, by the way, so he has like a bit of using this ability. And he like
Out of my way.
Yeah, he just walks, and like, as soon as he like moves towards the Korner van, everybody gives him a 15-foot wide berth. As he loads the body into the van, he's like, "You!" and he points at one of the same guard who's still afraid of him. And like, "You want to identify this body? Identify it!" And then he unzips the top to reveal Oid's disguised face, and he like grabs the goon by the scruff of his neck, and like brings his face eerily, like uncomfortably close to Oid's face. To really drive
Honestly,
the point
no, it
home.
would be so fucked up right now. Like, I itched up and I kissed him.
Oh my god.
Oh, that would be some horror movie type shit.
That'd be hilarious.
It would totally ruin my cover, but
It'd be fun. That's a
It'd
kid
be
friendly.
hilarious, though.
And it's the guy's
Oh
like,
my god,
"Ugh."
wait, but if you did do that, it's like, oh my god, the body just moves. Like, no, you just fucking kiss her, you necrophiliac.
Is that what you... And just punches him in the face. God. I guess he leans him, makes him lean him really close, and like, "Oh, is that good enough for you, huh? So," and then the corporate goon is like, "Oh, well, please don't stop. What are you doing to me? Let me go." And then he like takes a picture of White's face and like, "Yeah, that's all. Whatever. Let me go, please. I don't want to be here anymore." And then he like runs away back to his car. And like his friend is like, "What the heck was that, bro?" And the one goon is like, "Oh, that Korner is surprisingly jacked." And oddly
so
handsome.
Bro, are you feeling okay?
I don't know.
You should see your corporate mandated therapist.
I don't know. His jawline made me feel some type of way. It's just-
You have a wife, snap out of it.
You have a wife and kids.
I can't.
Agent Bartholomew, snap out of it.
I always loved you, Jeffrey. It's another guy named Jeffrey.
Very popular name in Atlanta.
Yeah, bro.
And then bonus like loads Oid's body into the van.
Is that the wait? Hold on. Is that the second person we've converted to being gay?
No, I don't
I
think
guess.
bonus failed this check critically. This guy is super straight now.
He's very straight, but he's very straight, very straight?
Very
Scared straight, huh?
Yeah.
Very scared
Literally
of,
scared straight.
yeah. Honestly, now I have a feeling that this backstory for whoever his fake Korner is that he's really into like very very careful about life and understands the
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
of one.
He's like the most empathetic person in K4.
he used to be a corporate mandated therapist.
Bro. I'm writing this
I've seen
concept.
it
I'm gonna
too
make
many
this a real
times.
character. This is too good. This is too good a concept not to use at some point.
You get Chad Korner.
The most empathetic man in K4.
Yeah,
He
Giga Chad
cries
Corner.
tears while he does his push-ups.
Yeah, he used to be like a fully licensed practicing psychologist, and he became like a corner because his like business got ruined or whatever. He got fired, and so he's like oddly jacked, and he's super sensitive and will like cry if you insult him, but then also like curb stomp your head in.
He'll cry while you're.
Why'd you make me do this? Why?
Fuck. Who does that fucking remind me of? That's some anime fucking character where it's like they're going up to you, they're about to beat the shit. Oh, I know from fucking Jujutsu Kaisen. You know that ripped guy who
Yes.
asks is like, oh, what's your type of girl? And he's like, oh, I like this girl. And he's crying. He's like, that's the wrong answer. I'm sorry. I have to do this, and beats the fuck out of him while
Mhm.
crying.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is my new backup character if Bonus ever dies.
He's gladly welcomed along.
It's me, John
uh,
Korner.
John
Welcome.
Korner.
I'm with his actual name now. It's John Korner. But it can be spelt weird.
Of course, the classic comic book trope.
Mhm.
Regular name,
Corona.
but just spelled the stupidest way possible.
We're gonna spell like Khoronur. Coroner.
Ew.
It's me, John Coroner.
Possibly the most cursed spelling of it.
Gotta throw in a couple of apostrophes just for good measure.
All right. So yeah. So Bonus loads Oid into the back of the van, and then like shuts the doors closed, and then like he gets in the van with Jeffries, and then they leave, and they drive like
There's a
around the
loud
block.
clunking sound.
Yeah, they like drive around the block, and then Bonus gets out, and then takes Oi out of the van, out of the body bag, and then like taps the side of the truck, and then Jeffries drives away.
Man, that Jeffrey guy was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Oh man, that's
John
like
Coroner,
totally not
employee of Coroner Jeffries.
Jeffrey's Corner and Co.
I mean, this is
Kill
a
'em, we grill 'em.
Megacorporation coroner. There's not like a mom and pop coroner service in Atlanta.
We've lost all of our kids, so, you know.
Yeah. So
Oh my God.
you think you've done at least a decent job of temporarily fooling even whatever you didn't figure out what corporation they worked for. You just fooled some random corporate stooges into believing that this woman is dead. Now, I wouldn't
Hey,
really
you
call
know
that a foolproof plot,
If
but
it
it will work for a
works-
while.
It works.
It'll work for like a few hours, probably 12 hours ish, before they realize, wait a minute, that body never made it to the coroner's office. Where's the autopsy report? Why are there 8 corpses instead of 7? What happened here?
I
You've
mean,
been
yeah,
fooled.
I imagine that's what's gonna happen. So,
Yeah, it's only a
like,
matter
he's
of
gonna
a few hours.
wait until probably like tomorrow to go, because I imagine that guard doesn't want to deal with the Giga Chad Corner. So
Yeah,
we got a little bit of leeway.
yeah. You guys have
Their
until the
ninth
evening.
body is coming soon.
Yeah. So yeah, where do Oid and Ankh and Bonus go after completing this horrifyingly complicated
Well,
scheme?
I
Well,
would say
we've
to
got to
actually
go
pick
kill
up-
a kid.
Oh, I was gonna say to actually start literally packing up now to leave.
Well, we've got to kill the kid.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
know.
mean,
but
yeah, but we
yeah.
can still get the truck ready.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is true.
that's what I'm saying. Like they get the truck
Okay.
and everything ready. They're essentially once we kill the kid, we go back to Moonshine, get his money, leave, and meet up with them because we're leaving the same night.
Yes.
Okay.
This job depends on speed.
Yeah, very, very careful timing. Okay, so in that case, we will end the episode off here, and next time we might see the death of Billy Winthrop and maybe some other people. Who
Yeah,
knows?
Just maybe.
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 All right. Well, good episode, everyone. If you liked it, let us know, or don't. Up to you at this point. You've been here long enough. And we'll see you next time on Quest for the Core.